Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Badlands Weekly. And we got a heck of a show for you. Everybody's going on and on and on about how awesome Badlands Weekly is, and we're going to deliver on this one for you. Here's my friend from many years, Mr. Bob Zawart. Bob, welcome to the set.
Chuck, thanks for having me.
Now, people might not know this. You're one of the first artists that we've had on that are actually a local.
That would be
this
the
is
first
your neighborhood.
one.
You know, you run the best auto dealership ever, Dell's Auto, of course, out in Del Rapids. You're from Del Rapids, and you stayed around. So you've gotten to see and witness Badlands Weekly and some of the concerts here and listen to K-Bad. And
absolutely.
How are we doing so far?
Well, I think it's mind-blowing, honestly. Yeah, you know, it's in your face if you're living under a rock if you don't know about it. Let's put it that way.
The concert venue itself, you've played everywhere. What do you think?
But honestly, it's over the top. I've played a lot of venues. A lot of them have nice rooms that can hold lots of people. But what I see here different every time I've come, and I've come to about 5 of these shows now.
Yeah, I see a lot of them. It's awesome.
And really, it's the audio and the lights, the back screen, the footage you're getting. The bands the bands bring their A games. They even bring something. You can tell it makes them want to play. So yeah, I've seen it, and there's an energy and alertness that a normal venue you walk into just wouldn't have.
And the fans are just crazy excited.
Yeah, we'll have a good show for them.
Show, what are we going to see? Give us a little insight on what we're going to see tomorrow.
You know, the songs, if you've ever gotten a CD bullets, you're going to get a lot of what's going on. The music, that'll be there. The lineup is the best lineup, really, that it could be. Bringing Edmund Filarecki back, Eddie.
Absolutely.
Rick Todd, he's been a great friend, and just what a solid player and a voice, huge voice. And then obviously me and Randall. And of all the players that have come and gone here and there, that's the only lineup that can do this, in my opinion, to do these songs the way I remember them.
And the lineup that we all insisted on when we put this together. Yeah. Look, if we can get Eddie and you and Randall and these guys, these core guys together, and another thing the viewers don't know is literally most bands have a lead singer on stage. And tomorrow night, you got 3 lead singers on stage.
Well, there's a lot of guys that can sing. They've all went on their own and done their own ventures. Right. They've all been leaders in their own bands. That's fact.
And they don't know, in your favorite bands, and I know this from knowing you for a long time, you have to have more than one singer in the band. Not that there's the front guy on the mic, but to complete the band, you really have to have them.
You do. Well, harmonies are a big deal.
Right, that is, yeah. And thanks to you, Bob, for coming in and joining us on the set here at Badlands Weekly. Stay tuned. We got a lot more coming right here at Badlands Weekly. I'm Chuck Brennan. See you in a bit.
I rode for miles and miles, baby. I rode through lightning and rain. Never gonna miss that daddy. Oh, someday I'll have to explain. Someday. Somebody scream. At night when the sun goes down, riding across the plains, I saw that I'm going past the Badlands, there we're spirits of man. Take the ride, discouraging. They're coming for me. Take the ride, the sturgeon. Summer now, baby, roll on. You never know what's on a man's mind unless you're wearing his boots. What looks like reckless abandon trying to unify troops. Take the ride to Sturgis. They're coming in from overseas. Take the ride to Sturgis. Summer now, baby, roll on. The interstate so cold and lonely. I see a light, I can hear a siren. I saw a ghost of a friend go by me. Hope it wasn't him. Yeah, the silhouette of a man stepping on my hip, walking up to me. It's old Frenchie on his back, boy, he said. Somehow said take the ride to Sturgis. They're coming from Texas, Tennessee. Take the ride to Sturgis. Some of them, they won't return. Oh, no, no, no.
Weezer and Panic at the Disco Summer Tour 2016. Weezer. Panic at the Disco together in one night. Friday, July 22nd, Chuck's Kager at the best outdoor concert venue in South Dakota, Badlands Motor Speedway. Tickets are on sale now at Badlands Pawn or online at badlandsboxoffice.com. Weezer. Panic at the Disco. The Hair Ball. Take Two. Back and better than ever. Wednesday, July 20th, Badlands Motor Speedway. Featuring Hairball.
You, me, and the boys.
And starring Rob Halford of Judas Priest.
Living after midnight.
With Stephen Piercy, Mark Slaughter, Tammy Down, and opening the show, Zwarte. The rescheduled Hair Ball. Get tickets now for only $33. BadlandsMotorspeedway.com for details.
Hi, I'm Mark Slaughter, and you're watching Badlands Weekly.
So welcome back to Badlands Weekly. With me on the set of Badlands Weekly today, a new friend of Badlands, Mr. Mark Slaughter. Welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it. Thanks
Welcome
for
to
having
Badlands, me. And we got a big show coming up, and we're going to talk about all kinds of crazy stuff in the world of Slaughter and yourself and this. But first of all, what do you think of the joint?
Man, I'm blown away. I mean, this is like, you know, I was talking to Ron about it, and it's like
having a tree house and you say, wouldn't it be cool if I did this, and wouldn't it be cool if I did this, and then you invite all your friends over to play with all your toys and to see all the cool stuff. I mean, it is unbelievable. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of bikers that come over from Sturgis. I see a lot of the different things that are going to happen here, but it's a great concert venue. It sounds great, state-of-the-art lights, state-of-the-art sound, you know, and obviously, you know, it's very interesting, the pond side of it, because you can shop around. You got music instruments and electronics and stuff, you know. I walked around, usually you walk around the venue and you just like, you know, there's nothing to do, and I'm walking around going, wow, that's cool. Yeah.
It's a little sensory overload.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to do, and thank God I got to build the treehouse you talk of.
Yeah.
And that's the first person who's referred to it as that. People have referred to it as all kinds of crazy things, but that's a great way to refer to it. And this week hits the nail on the head for what you said, because I have got to invite all my friends here.
The band sounds great. I mean, it's interesting. They sent me the tracks, and you know, when I was down in Tennessee, and they said, this is what we're doing, and I go, just a couple changes, and I mean, we're talking 2 chords, and these guys nailed it. Yeah. And it sounds great, even the nuances of how the first record was done, which is, you know, meaning that they listen hard and they really take it serious. So when they're seeing top flight, you know, entertainment here, you know.
Well, and as a rock fan myself, besides being a business owner and knowing you guys, I'm really looking forward to the show, and so many people are looking forward to the show.
And you know, I did it with a group called Scrap Metal, you know, a couple of years ago, and people really enjoyed it because they got to see something different. And again, this is different than Slaughter. Again, Slaughter is its own entity.
Right.
But the cool part of it is there's little nuances that these other guys are listening to that we've kind of grown away from the original recordings. It's just a natural course of how you do it.
Sure.
And it's cool.
So you guys have been doing a lot of shows. Tell us what's going on in the world of Slaughter.
With Slaughter, what we're doing is we do what they call fly days. So instead of being on a bus, we go weekends and we fly from one place to another place, and we fly home, and then we're home for, you know, the majority of the week. So it just changes the whole model of where you'd have to stay out and play, you know, 5-6 days a week to pay for the bus and pay for this and do that. It really becomes more of keeping the circus alive than really pre-planning it and just doing it in a direct hit, so to speak. And that's what Slaughter's been doing since 2001. We've been doing it.
And you're still packing them in. You're still doing a lot of shows.
Yeah, it's doing great. I mean, we're sold out in Vegas, and that's the second time we've been sold out in this venue.
Yeah. So with that being said, we got Mark Slaughter right here on the set. Thanks so much for coming out.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time.
The Hair Ball. Take 2. Back and better than ever. Wednesday, July 20th, Badlands Motor Speedway. Featuring Hairball.
You, me, and the boys.
And starring Rob Halford of Judas Priest.
Living after midnight.
With Stephen Piercy, Mark Slaughter, Tammy Down, and opening the show, Zwarte. The rescheduled Hair Ball. Get tickets now for only $33. BadlandsMotorspeedway.com for details. Weezer and Panic at the Disco Summer Tour 2016. Weezer. Panic at the Disco, together in one night. Friday, July 22nd, Chuck's Kager at the best outdoor concert venue in South Dakota, Badlands Motor Speedway. Tickets are on sale now at Badlands Pawn or online at badlandsboxoffice.com. Weezer. Panic at the Disco.
Over 50 million records sold, 42 years. It's safe to say Rob Halford and Judas Priest have cemented their place in metal history. Rob, they always say you always remember your first. Can you take us back to the early days, recording Rock-A-Rolla, that first world tour, what it was like for you?
Rock-A-Rolla, wow. We always call that the vampire sessions because we, like any new band, when you're beginning, there's zero cash, you know? Picture this, there's a bunch of guys sleeping in a van parked right outside the studio in the middle of the blazing summer of London.
Oh my.
And somebody would come and bang on the side of the van at like 5 or 6 o'clock and come on guys, wake up, it's time to go to work. And, you know. But this is what you do. This is what you do. I think if you have a passion for anything in life, you will do whatever you've got to do to make those dreams become a reality. And so yeah, that's how it all kicked off in the recording sense of things. Prior to that, of course, we played just about every club, pub, bar that we could find back home in the UK. You know, that's like paying your dues. But the early days are now, you know, you look at them with some fondness, and at the moment it was happening.
Yeah.
You know, this is, you know, this isn't what we signed up for. Was the rock and roll dream? But yeah, look back at those early moments with tremendous affection.
So when you were paying your dues and making your place in the metal music scene, did you realize then that Judas Priest and that you were kind of creating the groundwork and paving the way for so many more bands and generations?
I think we felt we had something special. We had something a little bit different, which I think is important for any band. Even now, you have to be able to push up out of the tremendous talent that you're surrounded with, and show something from a different point of view, different sound, whatever it might be, different song structure. And of course, with Priest, we're from the very beginning, the roots of heavy metal music, which is also quite remarkable to consider. You know, a lot of people will cite, even now, two bands from the Midlands, Black Sabbath and Judas Priest, for starting this whole genre of music. And much like all musicians in life, you kind of feed on everybody else and you pass it on. You pass the torch of metal, as we call it now. So no, that's the furthest thing from your mind. The only thing that's going through your mind is, have we got enough money for the gas, you know?
Sure.
Can we cut this sandwich into four? You know, all the crazy stuff. But it all comes back to the fans. You know, you can't get anywhere in life without the incredible fans that support you and keep you on your journey.
What does the future hold for Rob Halford and Judas Priest?
More metal. More metal.
Thank you.
Yes, more metal. Plain and simple, more metal. We're making another record right now, which should be ready when it's ready. But this will be our umpteenth record, hundreds of metal songs later. We have a tremendous treasure trail behind us that we cherish, and we want to make sure that what we put in front of that is equally worthy. So we take a lot of time in making the best music that we can. But it's exciting to think that, you know, not too far from now there'll be another Priest record on the horizon with some more shows. And please bring us back to Sioux Falls, Chuck. Put us on your right. Put us here at the Badlands.
It's been a 22-year wait. Welcome back to
It's
Sioux
nice
Falls.
to be back. Sorry,
And
waited
we
so long.
can't wait to see the show.
It's going to be great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The Hair Ball. Take two. Back and better than ever. Wednesday, July 20th, Badlands Motor Speedway. Featuring Hairball.
You, me, and the boys.
And starring Rob Halford of Judas Priest.
Living after midnight.
With Stephen Piercy, Mark Slaughter, Tammy Down, and opening the show, Zwarte.
Easy street,
The
baby.
rescheduled Hairball. Get tickets now for only $33. BadlandsMotorspeedway.com for details.
Hey everybody, here we are. Welcome back to Badlands Weekly. This has just been a great show today. I am so pleased to have three of the backbone, the lead singers, the entity of Hairball with me today on the set of Badlands Weekly. Welcome, guys.
Hey, thanks for having us.
So how many years have we been going now? 15, 16?
16 years.
16 years?
16 years with Hairball, and we're planning on another 16 years.
At least.
At least, you know, so it's going to be good times for everybody, and the children's children will then see us, and hopefully what we do is bring to them what was important to us about music and what made us go wow and enjoy the show, and the bombastic explosions and the loud guitars and the beautiful women in the audience and just the environment of the rock and roll circus.
True, and why haven't the other tribute acts taken off like Hairball? What's the secret sauce you guys got going?
We're special.
Well, in more than one way, of course, but
Well, the thing that we have that a tribute band doesn't have is we have a whole era that's a tribute rather than one group. If you're going to see a Motley Crue tribute band, you're going to get an hour and a half, 2 hours of Motley Crue, where that's going to really appeal to whatever tribute you're doing. Their fans are going to be there, but for the rock and roll spectrum of fans, Hairball gives you a taste of everything. We're the rock and roll buffet of tribute bands. You can have whatever you want here. And if you don't like it, in 2 minutes, something else is coming out.
And it's about that quick, too, with the costume
Right,
changes.
it's bam, 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 bam. It's short attention span theater. And, you know, you have to be able to put 3 decades of rock and roll and metal into a 2.5 hour show.
When I called Mark Slaughter and when I called Piercy and Rob Halford and Vince Neil, they don't even bat an eye. Absolutely, yeah. A hairball? Yeah, absolutely,
Right.
we're in.
You know why that is? It's because we take what we do so seriously, because if I'm on stage, I don't want anybody ever to go, well, he's just trying to make fun of that band, or he's you know, tongue-in-cheek it. It's like, no, I've always gone out and I've hit the stage as if, what if the real guy walks in and sees this? I don't want to insult the guy. I want him to go, wow, is that what we look like? And everybody to go, yeah, that's what you look like. Is that what I sound like? Yeah, that's what you sound like. And they can't believe it themselves.
You know, I just want to thank you guys personally for going to this extra effort, carrying this on, and making people happy, because that's what this is. This is a big dose of happy at every one of these shows.
That's the most common thing I get from people, is that every time I go to a hairball show, I feel like I'm a kid again. I feel like I'm in high school.
Yeah.
And you forget about everything, and you just focus on the show itself.
Right, and there are some great tribute acts out there. We all love them, but to have all this under one roof is great. So for me as a fan and representing all the fans out there, thank you so much for carrying the torch. And thanks for working with me on this project to create the hairball. And I want this to be your premier show with Badlands every year, and just have it grow into something big. So these huge artists are contacting us saying, hey, can we play the hairball?
Yeah, we want to play with the hairball too, yeah.
So there we are on the set of Badlands Weekly, and because of the magic of our television, here's hairball, and we will see you next week on Badlands Weekly. Enjoy. Chuck Brennan here. Take care.
How many people here have heard of a band called Slave Raider? Well, if you don't know, you're gonna learn right now. Say hello to Chainsaw.
Fast as light, power pack like dynamite. Razor's edge, cut you up. My chainsaw can't get enough. I'm so happy driving through with my fist when I knock on you. I'm a wrecking machine. Oh, a wrecking machine. Give it to me. I'm a wrecking machine. Wrecking machine. Good looking, you can't see. Don't want nobody rearranging me. Satisfaction in giving pain makes it easy when I go insane. I tell you, I don't mind the fight. Pedal to the metal, I'm in overdrive. I'm a wrecking machine. A wrecking machine, give it to me. I'm a wrecking machine. A wrecking machine. It's a wrecking machine. 40 pounds of pressure. A wrecking machine. Will break your knee. A wrecking machine. Till you sunny. A wrecking machine. Now don't you mess with me. I'm gonna get a little chainsaw time in here. Now, as you know, it is a night of celebrity guests. And I have a couple of my own friends that I want to bring up here. What do you think about these guys? Who wants me to chop up Justin Bieber tonight? Who wants me to chop up Kanye West tonight? I don't know who to do. Who should I do? Justin? Or Kanye? Where's my other friend? I'm a wrecking machine.
I'm Ron Keel, the Metal Cowboy, here to rock some legal talk with our good buddy Scott Hoy from Hoy Trial Lawyers. Good to see you, Scott.
Good to see you, Ron. The first one I want to talk about is a little sad. Carly contacted me and her mom was killed in a train accident 10 years ago. She wondered if there's still something that could be done. In South Dakota, normally it's 3 years to bring a claim after an event, and that's what you should bank on. It's hard for lawyers to have to tell clients, I'm sorry, but it's too late, but the reason for statutes of limitations are the investigations involved. You need to call somebody even if it is hard, but the thing is, once you call, we're on it.
Well, they called the right man. Scott Hoy, Hoy Trial Lawyers, HoyTrialLawyers.com. I like him, you can trust him.
Thanks, Ron.